Today is December 30th, 2022. My name's Kurt Meir. Let's review some oil industry news. U.S. oil and gas. West Texas Intermediate is selling for about $79 a barrel. It's up a little bit today. U.S. natural gas is $4.41 per MMBTU. It's down a little today. And over the last few weeks, it's down over $1. So we've had a little drop in gas, the U.S. gas market. U.S. rig count is 779 rigs drilling. It's up 3 from last week, and it's been steady for the last several weeks around 775 rigs. North Sea Brent crude oil is selling for $84.50. It's up $1. Okay, let's review some Gulf of Mexico information before we get into the news. Now here's a map of the U.S. Gulf of Mexico with all the drilling rigs marked in the black rig symbol. And the existing oil and gas fields are in red for gas and green for oil fields. And you can see that all the rigs are in the area that we call the deep water, which is a little bit farther offshore. And currently we have 27 rigs running. And I was a little surprised that the average permitted depth for these rigs is over 36,000 feet. So the deep water is where all the drilling activity is right now. And the top oil companies that are drilling are Shell has 8 rigs, BP 3, Chevron 3, then Murphy, Talos, Woodside, and others. So 27 rigs running in the deep water Gulf of Mexico. And the largest drilling contractor is Transocean that has 9 drilling rigs in the deep water Gulf of Mexico. All right, in the news. Texas governor is calling for an investigation of Atmos Energy. We had a recent freeze in Texas, and it looks like this company may have had some outages, and they had not winterized or asked for help, and the state is starting an investigation to see what happened. And but Atmos Energy says that they take seriously the responsibility to provide safe and reliable natural gas services to the state. So hopefully they'll get all this resolved, that we won't have any more outages. Okay, in other news, ExxonMobil is suing the European Union over a new tax that they just imposed for windfall profits. And Exxon is claiming that they don't have the legal authority to do this, especially the changing the rules of the game after you've already invested in and brought in the oil. So Exxon did state that they have a choice on where they invest, and if the returns aren't attractive in Europe because of all these extra taxes, it could hurt development and production. So we need more production, and we need to stop all this anti-oil and gas policies. All right, in other news, Russia and Iran look to strengthen their cooperation on oil and gas development so they can dominate global oil and gas markets. And they can dominate because Iran has large reserves of 157 billion barrels of oil. Russia has 80 billion barrels of oil, so they can influence the world markets. And especially in gas, Russia has huge gas reserves of 1,688 trillion cubic feet of natural gas reserves. So let's see how this is going to play out. All right, I support the oil and gas industry. I strongly recommend that you do also, because the oil and gas industry powers all the other industries and it provides cheap and reliable energy. And so support oil and gas. Thanks.